Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Spencer Penrod. I'm a world builder. I make stories and worlds for stories for campaigns and games like D&D. I've been doing it for years and wanting to put some of that skill set towards analyzing media. Today we're looking at Alien Stage, where last time we got a little hint or got some hints that there were more facets to the society, especially with the children being raised, than just the kind of prisoner cattle-like children we've seen before, or at least that I'm assuming we've seen before. It seems like there's some kids who have more freedom being raised outside of that facility. And then we also saw some sort of creepy beast thing that looked like it was hurting or terrorizing some of the kids. We saw that black-haired kid, Ivan, I believe his name was, win his match in the tournament. And then we saw that I think we saw someone new doing like a Rubik's Cube at the end. But we didn't get much information on them, and we're now into round 5, skipping over round 4, which I'm assuming was the Rubik's Cube kids match. So we don't know anything about them. I'm excited to see what more we learn this episode, though. So far, the series has been really densely packed with details and world building and lots of intriguing things going on. So I'm excited to see what happens next. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, I can't tell who this is. It might be Sua, the black-haired girl, but it's unclear, especially since I think she died in the middle of the stage, not the edge here. So I don't know who this is yet. Just showing more that this is a violent thing based around death, beyond just a singing competition. Okay, that was the round 4 that we just skipped then. I think Rubik's Cube Kid was kissing the hand of his opponent who just died. That's what it looked like, at least. Yeah, I think so. Is that a giant skull? Oh, I'm pushing M, not... I was hoping that was in more focus. Yeah, the stage looks really different this time. Or audience. She looks like she's enjoying it way less. She's still kind of hollow from her victory. It's interesting that he seems to really be enjoying things compared to her, where she's very much over it and not enjoying this. I think I saw... is it like a giant spine? Yeah. So it probably was a skull I saw more. Is this stadium in like the corpse of some dead giant animal? It's weird we see the moon here too. I mean, obviously it could just be a projection. They've done plenty of similar things to that in the past, but it is notable to see that in the stars. Oh, she was like horrified by that. Yeah, really creeped out. The lyrics are once again starting out and seeming like they're singing to each other about their relationship or their desires for each other, which seems to have been a theme in all of these songs so far, that it's singing about relationships. So we're finally seeing a dual performance again. The last two performances we saw only had one person actually singing, at least in the song. Here we're seeing them both sing, but pink-haired girl seems like she is really not into it. She seems to both be really creeped out by the dude and also just fantasizing over the girl that she killed or caused to die. And this definitely seems like there were some strong feelings there between the two, because she is kind of replacing this guy with her friend. Oh, she goes to slap him even. Wanted to pause just because she seems so angry and disgusted. But that's a pretty impressive dodge there. This guy's fingers are blue, by the way. I don't understand why. They've been blue in all of the shots so far, I think. I don't think it's just a color grading thing. Like, I don't think it's shadows. Pretty sure that's intentional, but I don't know what it means. What is this? Just stairs going up, some kind of symbol that I don't recognize. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything to say about this, but it's interesting. Okay, what's going on here? I think those might be her eyes. Like, the shape and color looks the same. But this shot is particularly interesting to me. I think that beast that we saw had 6 eyes, so I don't know if it's trying to call back to that. It seems to mostly just be flashbacks to other things that we've seen. What was that? Oh, that's just the audience. Oh, dang. Okay, it's interesting that they are separating them. We have talked a little bit about how violence is probably important to them, but how it seems to be tied to a specific situation. And this seems like more evidence of that, where they don't just want one of these people to die or be brutalized. They want their performance. And she's getting in the way of that right now, so she's being stopped. But it seems like they wouldn't have been okay with her killing this guy, even though if she won, he would die. So that's interesting because you would think that they wouldn't necessarily care if one of them was going to die anyway. It really makes it feel like something based on merit, like they really want the best singer to rise up, and that they're only okay with death in the context of them being like a weaker performer. It is weird that she is so angry at him. Like, he was obviously a bit of a creep. I wonder if she's just taking out her rage at Sua dying, or if or if she has some kind of background with this guy that she beat up. Because this seems like a bit of an extreme reaction to being creeped out a bit. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not sure what that gun meant. Wait a second. These are people rescuing her? Looks like they're taking out the robo guards. Where was that shot? Was it earlier? Also, I think the symbol I didn't recognize is just the symbol of Alien Stage, so my bad there. I think she has a gun pressed to her head in this shot from one of the guards. Seeing their legs. This guy is making a funny pose. I think he's probably calling someone, which makes me think these aren't robots after all, but they're people in suits, because a robot would just be able to activate something, whereas he looks like he is like touching a headpiece or something to activate it. There's the gun. So this looks like, let's see if we can tell from the gloves. Oh, he's still calling someone. Why did they need to call someone so much, I wonder? It looks like we don't get another detailed shot of their gloves. Oh, no, that's detailed enough. So it's definitely the guard's gloves holding that gun here. But then everyone seems really surprised. And then we see what looks like a fight breaking out to rescue them. And this gun here looks like it's held in the same pose that we saw, or close to it. Maybe not exactly the same, but it's definitely held by one of these hooded people, who I'm assuming are some kind of rebel. Everything is really misty here, or smoky, like they threw a smoke bomb and then went in to fight. And then it definitely looks like they are opposing these guards. They've knocked a few of them down. They're fighting them. This guy looks like he's going to execute one of the guards. And they are helping pink-haired girl get away. So I wonder what that's all about. Error. Mizzy missing. Okay, pink-haired girl is Mizzy then. That's really... Huh. So this is confusing to me because why would they throw an error that someone is missing when they are showing the tournament progress here? I think she would just be eliminated, right? The fact that she isn't just eliminated makes me feel like there is something more going on to identify and categorize these contestants beyond just who they are and they're capable of performing. Like, if they're throwing an error that they can't proceed because one of the contestants is missing, I feel like that has to indicate that there's some value beyond them just filling in a slot in the roster. I also feel like the fact that she was able to be rescued means that when we saw Sua die in the first episode, it kind of felt like she just blew up when she lost. It made me think they had like bombs or something implanted in them. But the fact that they're able to just drag Mizzy off without her getting blown up for running away means that they either have a way to neutralize something like that, or they actually just manually execute the losing contestant. We haven't seen enough either way to be sure. But it does mean that it's more complicated than just some kind of automatic process, at least. Huh. Yeah, let's keep going and see what we find out next episode, though. I'm interested to see what happens. Mizzy Sua is the name of this episode, which are the names of the two people from the first episode. Oh, creepy alien hand. Are they in like a vending machine, dressed up as dolls? This is the symbol for Alien Stage, which makes me think maybe it's not actually the symbol for Alien Stage, but it's some kind of company logo that does more than that. This looks very much like a vending machine, like a weird alien vending machine, sure, but they're in boxes that have little grabby claws. Mizzy looks like she sleeps there, at least. She's got a stuffed animal and what looks like a sleeping bag. Sua is just dressed up like a doll. And the aliens are there looking at them, potentially considering whether to purchase them, maybe. What was that stuff? I have no idea what any of this stuff means. I see like a comb and a journal and goggles and like some stuff that's vaguely recognizable, but I don't get why it's just floating in space here. Floating in space behind Mizzy. Yeah, weird. I also don't know if those lights are supposed to mean anything or if it's just visuals. That looks similar to what we saw in her first performance, if I'm remembering right. And I thought it was just visual effects, but I don't know why they would be playing visual effects. I wonder if they've got some kind of superpowers or something. I feel like the fact that all of her stuff is floating means that it probably is some kind of power or thing associated with Mizzy rather than just a purely visual effect. I could be wrong. And it looks like she was reaching forward to try and affect Sua with it somehow. This looks like her after she got rescued. I see something saying Earth here. Can't tell if she's got her collar on or not. I would guess not. Can't really tell much about where she's at. It looks kind of cell-like. Like there's this window looking in. I don't know what this device means. But it doesn't look very hospitable or friendly, at least. So I wonder if she's in like a cell being monitored right now. Was that lights flashing by? Yeah. Okay, so maybe she's in like a train car or something. That's my guess. She's being transported somewhere like a train car and just reminiscing about Sua and crying about where they came from and that she's no longer around. Interesting. Warning, blood dead flashlight. What was that? Okay, top 3 alien stage. What is this? Just like a pile of bodies? Or clothes? I can't tell. All I know, there's a throne at the top, so something is being represented here. Something about the throne being on top of others, but I can't tell what these other things are. It's time to showcase the new possibilities of pet humans. Guardian Urak. Interesting. Their cries shall bring on the new age. Let's see what we saw here. Alien stage. It's weird to me that alien stage is in English when nothing else has been. Well, I mean, a few letters have been, I guess, but it seems like the songs aren't in English, except for a few words in some of them. And then the writing of the aliens is definitely its own language. So it's weird that alien stage is in English. Popularity of pet humans is soaring, but is this really okay? So I speculated that with Ivan, we saw him raised as like a pet outside of the caged area, whereas it seemed like Mizzy and Sua were both raised inside of it. Oh, and also the guitar kid, Till, that's his name. So it makes me wonder if it's like a pedigree thing where they're, or like a puppy mill almost, where they're raising them to compete and show off and be sold as pets. Or maybe it's just somewhere that people send their pets as some kind of fighting ring / dog show thing. Huh. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. It's interesting also that they just call them pet humans. Like, the aliens are so diverse, you would think that adding humans to the mix wouldn't be strange. But the fact that all humans, well, I guess we don't know that it's all humans. Maybe pet humans isn't a way that they talk about all humans in general, but it's a way to distinguish the ones that are pets from the ones who aren't. Human terrorists emerge. What was this? No humans. No. What does this say? No ALNST? Alnst? Or Onst? Yeah, I can't tell. And then no hump? It's probably no humans. I'm guessing humans are being protested because there are human terrorists. That's Korean. I don't know what it says. I'm tempted to get something to translate it for me. And then we see the aliens speak underneath it. I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've seen Korean. So it's interesting that we've normally seen English when it comes to human writing, and now we're seeing something else. Oh my gosh. So many things this time. There's a Till flipping people off. It's weird that that's censored, but they don't seem to censor. I mean, I guess we haven't seen footage, so maybe they do censor deaths. These are all the contestants, though, going to their competition, I suppose. New star is born. That was Korean again, right? Pretty sure. Blockle brand reputation ranking #1. Is he a Blockle brand human then? Or Blossel brand human? Is that what it's saying? Fandom popularity poll #1, Ivan. From Anect Garden. This is weird. This is really weird. They're selling him as like a branded thing. And like a... Yeah, this is really making me feel like they're wanting like the best pedigreed pet to win. And then they're going to sell them off to someone, maybe as like stock to breed, or maybe as like the ultimate pet to own. It's my guess. All eyes are on the rookie. Fastest selling album #1, Till. He didn't have a brand. Nerve Alnst. Okay. It was ALNST that we saw on that one sign. So maybe that's an abbreviation for Alien Stage. Winner of season 49 means that they've been doing this for a long time. The fact that Alien Stage was being protested means that it's probably just a thing that they do for humans, right? If they're protesting humans and Alien Stage in the same thing, but Alien Stage has been so long running then it's probably either something that's enabling humans to exist and they've transitioned to them, or something that has always been using humans. Also, still just Korean for all of this writing. I can't tell if that's meant because this is meant for Korean audiences, or because it's saying something about Korean being spoken by the aliens or the people the aliens are with. Ruler of the stage. Lucas syndrome. Okay, so he's Luca. He also didn't have a brand. We haven't seen her before. Was that... I can't tell if I'm meant to be seeing things in this shape here, but it looks like they're all kneeling down in front of some kind of like entity almost. The shape in the background did change. Like it started out here, here as a much less distinct shape. And then it looks like it almost grows wings. And I can't tell if that's meant to be an organic being actually going through some kind of transformation, or if this is just random shadows changing and I'm looking too much into it. Huh, okay. So the fact that only one of them was branded that they showed off, like, came from a brand, and that the rest of them were presented in kind of the same way, makes me think that it really is like some kind of breeding ground, puppy mill type organization raising most of them to compete. And then you have individual brands who can sponsor their own entries outside of that, but it's probably costly and expensive or hard to do or something, so you don't see much of it. Danger. Not much to make of this other than a symbol. Some big face in the background there, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean. There's a wanted sign, apparently. Are we saying these are the terrorists it was talking about? What the heck? All right. Yeah, well, I see alien stage over here, and it looks like there is a path marked out on this map, maybe as a plan of attack, but this seems to just be a bar, so that would be kind of weird. This is looking very earthly, though. Like, other than the alien, everything here looks like it could just come from Earth, which is pretty unique compared to everything else we've seen so far, which is very sci-fi, very alien. So that's pretty notable. It's making me think this is some kind of like Earth resistance group, rather than just a random bar.
등장에 눈이 커지고 심장이 뛰는 거야. Okay. 반항해도 소용은 없을 거야. 철이 없는 바보들의 해지니 끝없이 이어지는 환호와 박수 점점 더 커지는 노랫소리 들려.
We have a name. It's like sticking out from her skin. It's not tattooed. But is that her name, Hyuna? So far we've seen 2 people with names on them. So I wonder if she's the same as they are. I can't tell whether this is supposed to be showing us things that are actually happening or not. It seems like she keeps rescuing Mizzy or pulling her into stuff. But also we get representations of these fights with these really like simplified cartoony robots as opposed to how they've always been presented, which makes me think this is more like a fantasy or a plan than something that's actually happening. But I can't tell for sure. It could just be like a stylized retelling, like a montage almost. Okay, is that her? Hyun? We see... I don't know who this is. So I think this is the... Was it Luca? And then... This looks the most like Ivan, but he's not had the collar in this area before. So I don't think that's him. It could be, though. So they just broke in from a motorcycle from like outer space. There wasn't anything else there. Where were they riding that? Can it fly in addition to being a motorcycle? And if they were in space, why weren't they wearing like spacesuits? Either another point towards them being superhuman slightly maybe, or another point that this is not reality we're witnessing. Oh. So that kid still had blue fingers. I can't tell what is going on here. He seems to have fallen and died. Maybe been pushed and died. Did she kill them and beat up Luca? Or did Luca fight with this other kid, get beat up, but ultimately kill him and win?
몰랐겠지만 Hey, 웃어봐. 몰랐겠지만
Trying to see. Okay, she's punching them. The hair looked kind of like her pink lines from before, so I wasn't sure. Nice dodging, though. Like, that was a point blank dodging of a bullet, just barely. Cuts off all her hair, which means that maybe wasn't even a bullet, but some kind of energy thing. It would have to be really big to get all of her hair in one go. But now I'm leaning towards this being reality after Mizi gets rescued, because the change in hairstyle feels like a mark of her character changing, which would be really weird to put in some kind of like plan thing. So it's probably just been a stylized retelling of some events.
Hey, 웃어봐. Hey, 기가 막혀 빛나는
Can I see what's going on in the background? Is it all just Luca's face?
빛나는 그날을 향해 지지러내 뒤아플 액션 보여줄게 믿어봐 주주스 떠오르는 건데 한번 해보는 거야 고민해도 바뀌는 건 없어
What did that guy write? Help? The robot is writing? Weird that that's in English again.
건 없어 흐르는 시간 위 저 파도에 올라타 신나게 달려 아침까지 더 사
Interesting. So it looks like Mizi got grabbed by like a resistance group and has been participating with them since her rescue. Is that what we were supposed to be seeing? And then round 6 here is Till versus Ivan. I was hoping it would show me that room again. Let's see, we've seen him in here before. I think we saw Ivan break him out of here before. That was new. What's going on here? This looks like an IV, not like they're taking blood out. So just some kind of blood transfusion to keep him alive. There's multiple of them going on at the same time, though, which makes me wonder if it's not like they're so close to each other. It makes me wonder if this isn't meant to be medical care or life-saving as much as it's meant to be doing something else to them. But it's hard to say from just this shot. Okay, that looks... this is not how you're supposed to administer anything. He's got 2 IVs stuck into him and a needle. And he's strapped down. They're strapped down. I guess I don't know who this is. This is not how you give blood. So they're definitely doing something other than giving blood, even though it looks like blood, right? Oh God, is that a needle in the eye? Ugh, that is disgusting. Yeah, this looks more like torture than medicine. What was that? Splitting cells? Are they being cloned? Is that what this is? Really creepy alien doctors. Screaming Yeesh. People being eliminated.
허락해줘 네 손끝까지 허락해줘 내 발끝까지 내 눈에 날 녹여줘.
This is Till? He looks so different. He doesn't have his collar on or his leash. He doesn't have his guitar. I feel like his hair is a slightly different color. Did they like tranquilize him to make him more cooperative or something? Torture him into compliance?
널 놓치고 싶지 않아. 부디 내게 상처를 내줘. 부디 날
Just trying to read the text in the background, but I think it's just saying missing. Right?
부디 내게 상처.
Oh, no. Singing? Keep singing. He's not wanting to sing anymore. They're shoving the mic into him. He looks like he's in some kind of casino based on... You see a slot machine there in the background. So it's like some kind of private casino performance. And he's breaking the rules by not singing. And then he finally attacks the aliens. He seems really depressed about music being missing. I'm curious how he gets to this point from attacking a group of aliens, though. Anything here? Not really, just more shots of the casino. Though this thing in the foreground, I can't actually tell if that looks more human, like a human head of hair, or if it's alien, because this thing is definitely alien. I just can't tell if it's part of this guy. But I think this is like a human here in the foreground. So it really seems like Ivan has way more authority and access than you would expect of pets. Probably coming with the brand name that he's associated with. That didn't look like a prison because it was just a casino area lounge. But still, the fact that he was able to get in and undo the bindings on Till speaks a lot for the authority that he's granted here. I was wondering if we were going to get another performance. So it seems like once again we're seeing two people performing at once. It's a really strange method of competition, though. It makes me wonder what they're actually rating, whether it's performance within that duet or something else. He's breaking the flowers. Ivan is. And, oh, wait, does everyone have these flowers? I thought that that was something special that Sua did for Mizi. But it looks like it might have just been like a ritual or tradition. That's a better word for it. That these kids did. And it's kind of looking like Till gave Ivan one, and Ivan was like, nah, screw this. Which is not how I would have expected it to go. Ooh, okay, so we see green lights. If we can see Till's color here, that'll tell us whether it's a mood thing or a location thing on the colors. Ivan still doesn't have a color on. Why were they having so much fun beating each other up, I wonder? But we didn't get to see his freaking color, so I still don't know the right way. Also, crease in the box again. Okay, this is that beast thing that was hurting hurting Till earlier when Mizi and Till were both in here. So it's weird that Ivan seems so fearless and almost loving towards it. Like he's hugging this thing, stroking its teeth, sticking his hand in its mouth, maybe to calm it down. But again, it's really showing that he has a really, really different connection with everything going on than the rest of these kids do. That's not super consensual. Not great job there. Anything interesting about this shot, though? I don't think so. We just see the scoreboards and lots of platforms. Is it raining? But nothing that really stands out or tells us much. It is raining because there was lightning. So are they performing outside? I wonder when it flashes. We can't see any borders between the walls. So it looks like they're actually outside then. Yeah, I guess so. It's weird to see so many children here in the audience. It looks like people tend to get human pets when they're young. Maybe in hopes of training them up to be able to participate in this. It also looks like not all of the humans have collars, which is interesting. I wonder if that's totally down to preference. I think Ivan might like Till. I think we've seen a little bit of hints towards that, and this, I think, might be another very subtle hint. Just for those of you who aren't very perceptive. Okay, I can't read the name. Oh, wait, is that Ivan? Yeah. Is he doing this on purpose to lose? Yeah, that felt like Ivan saw that Till wasn't doing super well. So he just kind of gave up and he was like, screw this. I'm not going to let the guy I like die. So he went in to get a final kiss and then just let himself be killed because of it. Because people didn't like the actions or because he stopped singing or something like that. Is that what happened? Almost done. I think there's one more after this, right? Yeah. So I'll probably try and finish this up here. Video will be a little longer than normal, but we've only got 2 left, so I don't want to make them their own video. So let's see what happens.
오이나 blink on 놓칠 수 없어 blink and gone 더 가까스 틱톡 무조건 즐겨봐 blink on and when I blink on it's
Anything here notable? Not really, just another stage.
오늘 이 순간 다시는 오지 않아 파티가 시작돼 and let's go crazy 손 흔들어 리듬에 몸을 맡겨봐 이 음악 on and on 조명은 내 눈을 간지럽히고 난
Okay, they're watching the performance here from the middle of some job. It looks like they killed or knocked out this alien here in the foreground, and they're doing something here. This isn't the location of a computer that you would use often, especially when there are monitors here, which makes me think this is some kind of like security computer or something that isn't meant to be accessed otherwise. I wonder if they're planning another attack. Also, this guy is loading his gun with what looks like orange juice. I'm sure it's not, but it's definitely weird that it's some kind of liquid rather than bullets, which would make sense because what we saw earlier was Mizu getting her hair blown off, which would be really hard to do with a bullet. So maybe this is some kind of fuel for like an energy pulse or something. Oh, he gets a guitar again. Okay, that's making me think they are definitely planning another attack on the stage, because she looks like she wants to run off right then. And that's not like running away. Not, like that's not the face you make when you run away to hide from something. She wants to go do something. So that makes me think they're really close to the stage. She's worried, I'm presuming worried for her friend, Till, and is wanting to go help, and is being held back and prevented from going to do something before the time is right. She breaks free anyway. Nothing on those papers is helpful. Oh, okay, that's not even a computer they'd have there. That's a laptop. It looks like they're trying to break into something. But also looks like it's got an HDMI cord coming out and plugged into one of those other TVs. This is like a mixing thing. So this makes me think that they are in like the sound booth of the Alien stage production. And then he's tied up, which tells us that they don't want to kill someone, which is surprising because I feel like they have killed a lot of other people that we've seen, but maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering, because they did tie up that other alien in the bar. And I guess we saw the guards writing out a call for help, but not necessarily dying. Yeah, so maybe they're not actually killing people. Which is notable because their opponents are definitely fine with killing people, having slaughtered all of Earth and taken children as slaves and then blowing them up on stage when they don't perform well enough. What happened to his legs? Why are they so bloody? Is that just decoration, like the style of his clothes? Or is someone bleeding there? This grenade is alive. It is a bug thing. It's also sweating. Like, obviously it's got that eyeball, but it's weird. I feel like this is the second, like, organic construction we've seen, with the guitar being the first. So it's weird, especially that this is a weapon that blows itself up, to use organic creatures for that. Oh, a smoke bomb, maybe. I guess that makes more sense for a creature. Okay, so they're trying to steal files, steal information, and that's why she didn't want him to go act. It's not that they were planning to act later. It's that they didn't want people to know they were here at all. And she's endangering that by going out to do something, while this girl is trying to steal the information. Okay, her plan didn't work. It looks like he lost and got shot, or maybe got shot because he was running off the stage, or something like detonated in him because he went off the stage. Anything else to say about this? Oh, he's so close to reaching her too. Oh yeah, Luca won, it said. I missed that. I blinked and it was gone. That's why I missed it. Yeah, so they just killed him immediately upon his loss, unlike some of the, well, unlike Ivan, who took a while to die. He's just gone as soon as the victory was declared, and he didn't have time to get out. Aha, we finally get confirmation that the colors are mindset, because hers is green and his is red. So they can't be based on location, unless it's based on location and they each have different authorizations, but that seems unlikely. So it's probably mindset that they're measuring. It's weird she could just go on stage with no problem. All right, so we finally have a winner of the tournament. I wonder if the next video is going to tell us... Oh, special guest, huh? I wonder if the next video is going to tell us what happens with the winner and answer some of these loose threads. I know there's other information like comics and articles that fill in some details. I won't be looking at those on the channel, but I wonder if they are leaving some of the unanswered things for those or if it's all going to wrap up here. Oh. Okay, so this definitely looks like cloning vats or something, which I guessed at earlier. It looks like he just went through and slaughtered all of them. Yeah, that's creepy. Just pointing out, we got a corner here again. And here. So it's a very small box. That means the cities we saw earlier were definitely painted on and not part of the whole box. Can't tell if there's anything. Doesn't really look like there's anything notable here. Wish I could read that paper. Aha! More confirmation that it's a mindset thing. This time, it definitely can't be anything else because they're both in the room. See the little corner here. One of them is crying in red. One of them is green and happy because he gets to comfort her. Wonder... Yeah, no, these are all just normal sheet music. Anything in that series of stuff? Nope. Smartphone? Why does she have a smartphone? no colors either on either of them. Yeah, that's really confusing. I feel like we haven't seen anyone have access to like communication or personal technology like that before. Did this stuff happen? Or is this like them wishing for a different life? Because this looks bizarrely Earth-like and mundane. We're seeing lots of people without colors. He's got headphones on. They seem to be having like a healthy, happy relationship instead of the crazy weirdness that has been going on. Huh. But then they're back to the room here. So that makes me not sure what that stuff was about. Wait, was that? Did they draw all of the decorations in this room? Like, it looks like it was plain white, but here they are drawing in all of the hills and trees and clouds and stuff. And it looks like it's just blank until they get to it. That's impressive if they colored the whole thing, and also depressing. But it means that it's not something that was provided to them for relaxation or relief or anything like that. It's something they created for themselves to relax and have time to themselves. That was kind of like natural and not a problem. Though it's also weird that we see a crease up here and a crease here. I wonder if that's just the line that they've gotten to and it's perfectly straight for some reason, or if there's just like a smaller box that they're coloring on inside of the bigger box. Okay. This shot confuses me because when we saw this thing before, it looked like it was terrifying Till and Mizzy, but now they all seem to be really comfortable around it and like they are taking care of it like a pet almost. Even Till, who normally seems to rebel against anything alien. So is this thing some kind of pet that they've got? Or their caretaker that they like and appreciate and are helping to take care of? What the heck? I have no idea. What is this? Just card games, Bell, very Earth stuff. That one. What the crap? These are giants. Sexless giants that are like torn apart. I wonder if, like, we see some pictures of like insides, like scans. I wonder if they're creating like Frankenstein monster type people from the clones, or trying to grow like better humans or something. This is where we just saw in real time where these guys are protecting Mizzy as she's crying over Till. What was that? Did she just get shot in the back by her own dude? Oh, is he not happy? Did he stab her? Let's see. It doesn't look like the gun goes off at all. And the fact that his eyes open and are kind of scary here, and she's recoiling away from him rather than forward, means that I don't think she was shot in the back. I think he is stabbing her or something. Rocket ship? Huh. She didn't die? Oh, now he seems surprised and sad.
나는 매 시간 다음으로 나아가야 하는데 그랬는데 네가 내 유일한 약점이었지. 그래서 네가 너무 미웠어. 루카, 사랑하며 살아. 아픔도 나약함도 못 봐주게 부끄러운 순간들도 받아들여. 스스로를 용서해. 몇 번이고 몇 번이고 모든 건 그때부터 시작이야.
So she did die. But it didn't look like he stabbed her or anything. Was she shot in the back after all? Huh. Alright, well, that's it. That is all for Alien Stage. Overall, I really, really liked that. It left a bit more open-ended questions than I was expecting. But it was still very good. I'm excited to check out some of the supplementary content and see if it answers more stuff. But it was really cool checking out the details and seeing what they were hinting at in the world they were building. It was very dark and grim and depressing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed checking it out with me. That'll do it for this series. And I hope to see you around in the future for more of what I do. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't and you want to watch more content that I put out. Let me know in the comments if you've got any suggestions for anything for me to pick up next. I will see you next time.